picking up. Let's go we can do this several ways. Fastest way is probably to just append in a cylinder. So I'm going to click on append, cylinder 3D. Looks like we're going to need to do a little rotation. Let's see. Let's go to our side view here. Turn off symmetry. You got to click the subtool that you want to move. Rotate you, and then move. Just kind of center it up roughly. Draw out a new line, and let's see. Scale it down to about the thickness we want to make it. And then scale tool. Actually, might have to scale it back up. Let's see. Get it centered. Oh, I'm using the move tool. There we go. Yeah, and let's turn on transparency to get a sense of how thick it is. Yep. That's looking pretty good. Okay. Next thing I want to do is start dynameshing things. So I'm going to come up to my mug. I'm going to merge it down. Okay. And let's see, let's come down to Dynamesh and see what we get. Turn on polish, turn off project. Dynamesh. Let's see, let's take a look at our polyframes. Yeah, and don't worry about all this polyframing that's going on there. We can fix that. That all looks pretty good. That's a little low on the density side, so I'm going to undo that. And let's take this to 256 and just Dynamesh it. There we go, much better. Now to deal with that poly grouping. Because it's probably fine. I could leave this thing like it is and work on it. But if I ever wanted to do anything with the poly groups in it, I'd probably want to get this thing a little more consistent. So it looks like I've got real good consistency from that separate disk there that I put in as the bottom of it. So I'm going to hold Control and Shift and select the select rectangle. That will let me mouse over those guys and just select those. And then if I hold Control and Shift and click on them again, it inverts the selection and gives me all this. And what I want to do there is come down to poly groups and group the visible. So now they're all one, and I can hold Control and Shift and click in the empty space, and it brings everything back. Now I've got good consistency across those. So now let's work on the handle a little bit. So Shift F to get out of polyframes, go to P to perspective. Let's turn on symmetry, and it looks like I'm already good in terms of, yes, being in the axis I need to be. Let's see if it's actually centered though. Let's turn off perspective just a second. Sometimes when you do the shadow box things, they can be a little, oh, this actually looks pretty good. If it ever gets, slid off to the side or something, come up to transform or click on, I think I've put it in the custom menu, click OK for the custom menu, and nope, maybe I didn't put it in there. Yeah, but come to transform and set the pivot point, and that should recenter everything. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay, let's do a little smoothing. Brush a little bigger. Smooth to the middle. Try to get that slight seam out of it. Yeah, that's looking good. If it's a little bit wobbly through there, we could use the clip brush. So let's get a clip curve brush. So you start it down. We won't need to clip too much. Press alt there at the end to get it to just kind of turn down. Yeah, that looks pretty good. This up in here would be a little bit trickier. See, first I want to smooth it, get the kind of center bump out of it. No, you can really see it from this side. Let's see what we get here. There we go. Let's dynamesh real quick and make sure it doesn't come back. Yeah, that all looks good. Looking good up there. Yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about that. These guys, that looks a little bit harsh now compared to the rest of it. So just hold, just do a little smoothing and rounding on that. Let's start from the outer part of it here and work in. Yeah, that's better. Let's dynamesh it. Yeah, very nice. Yeah. Looks like it's giving me a little bit of faceting right there. Alright, yeah, it's a little strange where it meets right in there. Really what I want is to kind of pull that out, so I'm going to hit OK to bring up the pinch brush, and the way the pinch brush works is it tries to pull. You know, if I run that across there, you see it kind of starts to create more of a straightened seam on that. Strength may be a little bit high on it, so I'll drop that down some. And whichever side you put it on, that's where it's going to pull from. So if I put it down here on this side, see, it's going to pull towards. If I put it up here, it's going to pull more from that. A little bit of smoothing. Let's run the dynamesh. Yeah, looks good. A little bit of a kind of a razor lip there. Might want to do some clay buildup across that to kind of round that out. Let's see. There. Strength needs to be down. There we go. And let's see, yeah, I've got clip brush. There we go, much better. All right, let's see how we're doing on time. minute. Okay, I got a couple minutes left. Let's check it with perspective. Looks pretty good. It's kind of a heavy-handled mug. Might want to do a little bit of gross movements on it. So let's see. Tap K to bring these up. Got my move tool somewhere in here. Move topological. Hit S. Let's make it really big. Let's see what happens if we kind of angle things a little bit. Yeah, I kind of like that. Maybe bring that back up. Again, I think this is looking a little bit thick on the bottom. Let's see what happens if we clip that out. Yeah, and then let's just smooth it real fast. Might even do that back here. Use the and tap Alt. Tap Alt again. See if that gives us something a little better. That's not bad. Yep. Time has expired. Alright, let me smooth it. Dynamesh it. And call it a day.